Hi guys, welcome back for another skincare reaction video. I'm excited for this one because I've been getting a lot of requests for men's skincare and I'm really pumped about that because it's showing me that a lot of guys are very interested in taking care of their skin and they want to know what to do with it and they want to know if other guys they see online are doing this correctly. So today we have Chris Appleton. We all know him as a celebrity hairstylist. He's worked on Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande. He's worked on a lot of people and I'm curious to see what he does for his skin because he does focus on hair, so it doesn't necessarily mean he knows everything about skin. So with that said, we are doing Harper's Bazaar, Go to Bed with Me. You guys know I love this series. I'll leave the original link to the video down below in the description. But in the meantime, let's watch Chris Appleton. You guys ready?
Hey guys, time to get on ready.
First off, I don't think I realized that Chris had an accent. How did I not know this? How did I think he was just an LA boy or something?
So I always like to wash my hair with the Colour Wow Colour Security shampoo and condition it with the Colour Security conditioner. Simply being, my hair's bleached, I need to make sure I look after it, has no sulfates, no silicones, and it just leaves my hair and scalp super clean, super healthy, super fresh, but without any build-up or leaving any nasty residues.
Oh, well, this started out completely different than I expected. My eyes are burning. Whew, I think I'm sweating a little bit. Well, Chris, I had no idea. I don't think I've noticed Chris enough. You know, there's something about knowing about a celebrity hairstylist or like a makeup artist, something like that, and not really considering how hot they might be, but dang. Anyone notice that he didn't wipe down his chest? Because it's still really, really shiny. Anyway, I'm kind of veering from what the whole topic is. It's interesting that he talked about Colour Wow. If you guys don't know, he is the creative director of Colour Wow, so that was probably one of the reasons why he agreed to do this video. He's like, we gotta give a little shout to my brand. I've used some Colour Wow products and I think they're really great. Obviously has nothing to do with his skincare routine, so let's keep going.
I always like to wash my face in the Skin Iceland facial wash. It's great for stressed skin and my skin gets super tired. I'm always on a flight, I'm always going somewhere, and I do break out every now and again. So it's just a really good way of cleansing my skin and making sure I don't get any of those pimples. This product is so good. It has a super cooling sensation, which is so nice on the face. I love how it cools the face down. Just gonna add a little bit of water. And then I literally just put it all over. I really get it in there, especially in like my facial hair, just because my facial hair, I always find I break out in there for some reason. I always try and like push upwards. Every time I have a facial or if I speak to, anyone to do with skin, they're always like upwards. Anything is upwards.
All right, I'm gonna stop there because when it comes to men's skincare, there aren't that many differences from women's skincare. Essentially, you can use the same exact products we're using, but there are two really big differences when it comes to men's skincare. One, testosterone, right? When you have testosterone, you can potentially get bigger pores, more oily skin. I see a lot of guys get blackheads more than anything, like clogged pores and stuff. I think there's a combination of things happening. A lot of guys, I don't know if they're really doing a good job of washing their faces. I think they think that they're not wearing makeup and all that kind of stuff, so they don't need to. But you do. You have to cleanse your face when you're a guy also, even if you're not wearing makeup, because you're still going throughout the day. I'm hoping that you're using sunscreen, for instance, too, that can clog your pores. But the grime, the oil in your skin, sweating, guys sweat a lot, all of that can get stuck in your pores. So you wanna make sure you're using a really good cleanser. The second thing that makes men's skincare really, really different is facial hair. Depending on how thick your facial hair is, if you actually are wearing a beard, if you're shaving, we're on a whole different topic because you're exfoliating your skin and you're in a totally different place than if you have facial hair and actually wear facial hair. So he makes a really good point about making sure to get into your beard. You have to really cleanse in there. It's just like washing the hair on your head. It's like your scalp. It gets really oily. You have a lot more pores because you've got the hair follicles. You can get ingrown hairs. There's a lot that's going on there. So getting your cleanser really up in there is very, very important for a guy. There are a lot of other things and I hope he really addresses that. I've never used that actual cleanser. He mentions that it's got a cooling effect. That might not actually be a good thing. What I'm assuming is they put some kind of essential oil or something in there, like something that's got menthol or peppermint, something like that. It could be irritating to your skin, or it could just feel really, really nice. I find men really love that refreshing feeling from products like this, so I can see why he likes it. It also is really foamy, and in my experience, foamy can be very drying. It has a lot of surfactants. That's what makes it very foamy, so it can be a little bit drying for your skin too. But otherwise, I'm glad he's cleansing, and I'm glad he's getting up into his beard.
These are my best friend. Anyone that has tired eyes or anyone over the age of 25 need these in their life. This is Skin Iceland, and it literally, I put it on after I've had a shower, and it just takes away any puffiness, any kind of like black circles, and really cools down under the eye. I always do it for 5 minutes once I've got out the shower, and I literally just put it on underneath my eye. I always do these on planes to get a few funny stares, but quite honestly, I don't care. And I just leave it for like 5 minutes, but on a plane, if I put it on, I'll fall asleep. And honestly, when I wake up from the flight, my skin is just like great. My eyes are super sort of cool and flat, and they're not puffy and don't look tired. It's the biggest giveaway sign. Working in this industry, it's never a 9 to 5 job. It's always working late. So these really do come in handy just to make you look fresh and keep you looking like you're on some sort of normal schedule. Okay guys, it's been...
I mean, there's nothing sexier than a topless, hot-bodied, good-looking man doing skincare. It's kind of like porn to me. And I love that he's using these Skin Iceland patches. What I love about these, it's true, puffiness. You guys know that sometimes I'm like, whatever about eye cream, but when it comes to actual puffiness, he's right. These are great. Any kind of these eye patches are great for puffiness. I use them in the morning usually because that's when I want to deal with the puffiness, is when I'm actually gonna have to present my face to the day. He says he uses them on an airplane. Bad Chris. Here's the problem. So it's essentially a serum. And when it's a serum, a lot of the base ingredients of serums are humectants, like hyaluronic acid, something like that. The way humectants work is they need to pull water from somewhere. So they're either gonna pull it from the air or they're gonna pull it from your skin, right? When you're on an airplane, the air is so dry that it's probably gonna pull the water from your skin. If you're quick enough to put on a thick moisturizer, an oil, something that's gonna keep it down, then you might be okay. That's probably like the best bet that you have. But I don't know why you would want to try that, right? Like when you're not in a dry area, dry airplane, the desert, any place like that, you have maybe 30 seconds to get that moisturizer on before your skin starts to dry out from using a humectant. Like you actually need to get your moisturizer on pretty quickly to have the benefit of it. And when you're on an airplane, you're just not getting that benefit. So you're actually causing more harm. And when it's your eyes, you don't even have the oil glands to be able to keep it hydrated and moisturized in that area. So you're kind of causing a bad effect overall. And maybe it's not happening immediately. Maybe you feel like you cooled everything down and he feels less puffy because there was that cooling effect. So the puffiness went down, but that doesn't mean that the hydration is there anymore, right? So the good news is men look really good with crow's feet, I tend to find. Men just look good when they're a little bit older looking for some reason. But for you ladies, definitely don't do this on the airplane. Plus, airplanes are disgusting. Like you don't wanna be touching your face and putting your products on and stuff whenever you're on an airplane. It's gross, it's a gross place. It's an intimate moment too. Don't share that with everybody unless you're doing it for a video.
5 minutes, I'm just gonna whip these off. They come off super easily. It's looking better. And next I'm gonna use the Repo Serum now. This is amazing serum that I always prep my skin with. It's great for dehydrated, tired looking skin. Just makes the skin look more youthful, and I literally just pat it in over the whole of my face. And I find it's really good for aging as well. Like I'm 35 now, so I guess I'm in that kind of age bracket of age-defying, anti-aging, anti-tired, anti-fatigue, all of that goes on. So it's just a really nice, soft product that sinks into the skin. I love this.
You guys notice that his muscles bulge when he's talking? I mean, am I the only one that noticed this? You know what, so I'm gonna point this out because you guys get mad when I don't point this out, even though we all know, even men, you have to bring your skincare down. So when you're washing your face, you wanna at least get into your neck area and stuff. He was just in the shower, so I let that go. But now I'm seeing, as he's doing his skincare, he's not bringing it all down. And I'm a firm believer that your face starts from the hairline all the way to your nipples. So you wanna make sure that you're bringing it all the way down because you want all of this to match, right? And that's the same with guys. I mean, and he's got this great chest. We don't want him to ruin it, right? We just want it to stay the way it is. So bring your skincare down, even guys. The other thing I'll mention, he didn't really get into it that much, but as you're doing your skincare, again, this is where men differ from women, is that you want to get into your beard with your skincare because you want to condition the area, you want your skincare. I mean, he was using a serum, and I know it's an anti-aging serum, but you still want to get in there because there's still skin underneath all of the hair. And so you want to get in there, you want to make sure you're really just making sure that everything is spreading evenly. So after you're cleansing it, you want to make sure you're replenishing all of that skin too.
This range, Drunk Elephant, is a really nice range. It's vitamin C, it's for the under eye, and it just really kind of works on the under eye and takes away that puffiness. Just pat it in. I learned to be as gentle as possible on the under eye because I used to smash that in, and I was always told it's the most delicate area. So just put a little bit in, gives you a little bit of a glow. Vitamin C boost. This is a
vitamin C boost that he used to smash. Yeah. Why? Wait, I don't know. Did you guys want me to actually talk about his skincare, or did we want to talk about Chris? Great skincare product. If I am going to use a vitamin C, I would prefer for it to be in my serum, and because, you know, truly what I want an eye cream to do, when I do use eye cream, it tends to be in the morning before I wear heavy makeup because I don't want to have creasing around like my under eyes and that kind of area, like my crow's feet and stuff. But it's a good one. If you guys do want a vitamin C eye cream, that is a really good one. I do really like Drunk Elephant products, and I do appreciate that he lightly tapped it into his under eye area. I wish he would use his little ring fingers, even better, but that might not be very manly for him. But you know, good job. I like where he put it in his skincare routine also.
Retinol cream, and it's really good for anyone that has spots. I really get like breakouts and pimples in my beard area. I guess because I work out and I sweat. This literally has become a lifesaver for me. I just put it on, small layer, and I really like smash it into my beard area, and it really dries it up and basically takes away any excess oil. But really, since I started using it, it's been like night and day with not breaking out. Next I'm gonna use a moisturizer.
I love that he's using a retinol. It seems like he only uses it in his beard area, which is very interesting to me. I wish he would use it actually all over his face, even like in his nose, his T-zone area, any place like that. But I love that he noticed the effects it had on his breakouts. And I love that he started pushing it up in there because you really do need to focus on that skin. I'm hoping now, I think he's gonna moisturize, I think, his beard because that's going to be key because you don't want to suck up all of that oil and everything. You don't want to dry the area out and then not replenish as well because that can actually lead to your skin overcompensating. But also you want to condition your beard, right? Because you don't want it to be super rough. Another thing I'll point out, it's not a huge deal because he didn't use that much of it, but vitamin C is an active ingredient. I tend to use my vitamin C's in the morning time because I like to separate them from my retinol that I use at night. So I would say like if he's not having any issues, it means that his skin isn't very sensitive at all. But if you do use a vitamin C, just be aware that it could sensitize your skin, and then putting the retinol could make it worse. He also, again, he only put it in his beard area from what I saw, so it doesn't even seem like he was bringing it up anyway.
This is the Dr. Diamond Diamond Effect Moisturizer. It's super light. This is a little secret I always like to add to my moisturizer. It literally makes you look like you've had 12 hours of sleep when you've not. So this is basically like sun drops. It's from Drunk Elephant. You just add it to your moisturizer, and it's basically just a glow, so it doesn't stain the skin, it just looks good for the day. So my skin's like this now, I just put it on as I kind of apply my moisturizer, and it basically makes you look like you've been on holiday and had a little glow. I'll always try and carry it down my neck and onto like my chest as well, just so it kind of continues all the way through and not just stop on my face. I've learned that, you know, I put so much stuff on my face to
well, You guys, I'm a little bit sweaty over here. This is making me embarrassed. So I think that it's a great tip. I'm confused now. I wonder if this is his nighttime routine, right? So he said that he puts the bronzer into his moisturizer. It's a great tip. I really love that, especially for a guy. It's a great way, instead of trying to use makeup or something like that, if you want to be a little bit glowy, you want to have a little bit of a bronze, definitely put something like that into your moisturizer. Great tip. Don't do it at night though, because it is essentially like putting makeup on. So you don't want to put that on, especially after you just cleanse your skin and everything and you're about to go to bed. I have a feeling that's what he does for more of the daytime, but I love that he brought it down. That's when he started being like, I gotta take care of this area. I gotta keep it bronzed. But don't do it before bed. It's a great tip for daytime though.
Moisturize it. It's really important to look after your body as well and just moisturize it. I'm gonna use a Santal 33 body lotion. It's super light, but I love it because it has a really good fragrance. So I'll just kind of put that over my whole body. I just think it's important to like keep your skin moisturized. I moved to LA a couple of years ago, and since I've been in the sun more, I noticed that my skin gets so much drier. So I'll always just try and put that all the way over my body. This rose water was introduced to me.
I mean, I could watch Chris Appleton putting on lotion for a while, but I will say, so he's putting on moisturizer on his body. Great tip. The Le Labo one, it's got an amazing scent. I really love Le Labo has really nailed it when it comes to scented lotions. Putting it all over your body, it's great if you do want to have like a nice scent for your body and not use an actual perfume or a fragrance, a spray fragrance, but it can be really drying and it can be irritating to your skin, so you need to be careful with that. He's obviously had great experiences with it. I tend to love when I stay like at a hotel and stuff and they have the little samples of this, because it really is such a beautiful scent. So instead of putting it all over my body, what I use it for is more of just like my hands. That way I get a little bit of that scent, but I'm not putting it all over the place. And I know I'm doing like all of my regular skincare on my hands anyway, so it's just like a nice little way to get a hint of perfume. But remember, perfume isn't necessarily good for your skin.
A few years ago, and it's the one product I've never stopped using. It's so nice and refreshing. Just makes your skin feel really revitalized and moisturized. I'm pretty obsessed with this product actually. I spray it on everyone I see. I'm like, try this out. So I just spray it on my face, and it just makes me feel chilled out. It has like a real calming effect to it as well. Makes me feel relaxed, and my skin gets really dehydrated, especially working with products, hair dryers, heat irons, working out at the gym. The rose water is just a really fast way of moisturizing the skin, giving it a good glow. Also, when I'm working with my clients, I want my hands to smell good, so I always keep it in my kit, and I'll just spray it on my hands before I do my clients. There's nothing worse than if you've eaten food or anything like that, putting your hands in someone's hair. You want your hands to smell good, and you want it to kind of have that nice approach to someone. So for me, it's just a good energy source. Okay, I've learned.
I really like that rose water. I've used it before. It's more of a toner, and so we've talked about this before. There's this trend where people spray toners on their face at the end of their skincare routines, and it's not the same thing as, you know, using a setting spray after your makeup. You're not trying to set your makeup. There isn't like powdery substances that you're trying to set with your, you know, your creams and your, you know, your liquid foundation and all of that stuff. Instead, you just have your skincare on. He set all of his skincare with a moisturizer. That's all he needed. He's essentially wasting the rose water toner when he sprays it on top. Some could even argue that it's starting to attract the moisture from his skin. I think scientifically that makes a lot of sense, that it's trying to pull the water again from the skin, because again, it's just like that whole concept with the humectants. I always think of it this way. When you lick your lips constantly and you don't put a lip balm on, your lips get more and more chapped. It's kind of the same thing when you're spraying a toner like that on you, unless it's like a really moisturizing toner. And there aren't too many. A lot of people will argue with me about this one too, but there aren't too many toners that are moisturizing enough to keep all of that hydration into your skin. So when you're doing that, you're just making your skin drier in the end. What I do understand about him using it is that he says it calms him, so it's like an aromatherapy. That is different. Spraying it on your hands so that, you know, you can like go near your client with your hands and your hands smell nice and everything. Different usage, but when it comes to the actual skincare on your face and everything, then you don't need the toner then. He should have used the toner much earlier, before he even put on his serum.
I want to look after my teeth in a slightly different way. Since moving to America, I went to go and see Dr. Alpa, and he gave me this Dr. Alpa electric toothbrush. I'd never used an electric toothbrush before, and this literally changed my life and my teeth. Everyone always asks me what my fragrance is, and I never really tell them because I try and keep it low-key, but I'm gonna tell you guys now, this is my favorite fragrance. This is Nasmato Black Afghano. I always spray it on. I think it's kind of become my signature smell, and the scent lasts all day, but I spray this on and I feel ready for work, even ready for bed. I always put it on before I go to bed. I'm not sure why I put it on before I go to bed. Well, you never know what's gonna happen, I guess. Anyway, that was me getting ready. Hope you picked up a few tricks and hints, and now you know how it all comes together. So it's a good night from me.
I mean, throwing in that little cologne tip at the end of there. Huh, he gave us a lot to think about. I have nothing to say about, dental hygiene. That's a whole other kind of topic. We're focused on the skincare. And then when it comes to cologne, it's interesting that he put on the cologne at night. Again, it has nothing to do with skincare, but it made me think of my husband, because my husband likes to put on cologne at night too. And I think there's something about it not being very strong the next day or something. I don't know. It's a very interesting thing that I'm finding men do. So guys, tell me why you do that at night, or is it because you never know what could happen at night? I loved watching Chris. I think that was very interesting. I think it's very educational to see how a guy takes care of his skin, how a guy takes care of his facial hair. You want to make sure the skin under your facial hair and the actual hair is taken care of. You guys know that I personally don't love to use oils on my skin too often, but I think a face oil, a really nice one, could be good for your beard. So that's something to consider too, to really condition that hair and really get into that skin underneath as well. And I know that they make beard oils specifically for that reason too. If you are finding that you break out under there and a retinol isn't working, or you don't want to use a retinol, other chemical exfoliants like glycolic acid, lactic acid, and actually there are some oils that have salicylic acid in them, and so those might be a really good combination for using on your beard as well. As for the steps of his skincare routine, the only thing I would really change is moving that rose water toner up before the actual serum. And then, of course, I would maybe hope that he would use the retinol all over his face, because we didn't see that happen. It was focused more on his beard area. And then I would also, the liquid bronzer, I wouldn't use it at night specifically. You don't want to use a liquid bronzer because it's essentially makeup, so you don't want to use it before you go to bed. Use it during the day. Great tip for the day, especially for guys. And that was Chris Appleton. Man, that was a really nice one to watch. Thanks you guys for suggesting it. I hope that was educational for you guys. It was interesting to see a guy. If you know of any other male skincare routines that you think I should take a look at, I'd love to. I've got another video coming soon where I'm going to talk about men's skincare specifically, because I've had so many requests for it. But I hope this was educational, even for women. I hope that you guys picked up a few tips, and I hope that maybe you'll start to spread good skincare to the men that are in your life, because everyone should have nice skin. Thank you so much. Find me on Instagram. I'm at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.